Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. What up, world? We're back. This is season 2, episode 3 of the Major Conversation Podcast. I am your host, Vintage Mug, and I don't even know how to introduce this next brother that I'm about to speak with, but that I'm about to have a conversation with. I don't know what the paperwork says. I don't know what the handshake was or how he even introduced himself with this, but I view him as co-partner, CEO, president of one of the most, I'm sorry, I'm already starting off wrong. The number one record label to ever do it, No Limit Records. I got Big Boss in the building, everybody. What's up, man?
Cooling, baby.
You cooling?
Yeah.
You looking good? Well, you always look good, Boss. You always look good.
Man, that's all I do.
So what does somebody who sold over 100 million records do on a Wednesday?
Oh, man, you know all that stuff we did back in the day, man. It's historic. We put it in there. We've done our thing, and we've all diversified in other things, you know.
I like to start the conversations off. Hopefully I can do this with every guest, because hopefully every guest, our relationship is at a high quality like you and mine is. Foundation Room, when you used to come through all the time, my private parties and stuff. Yeah. One time we was chopping it up by the bar, and I was, we were just talking, and you was just asking me questions about things I had going, and I was talking about the promotion stuff and this and that. But I think in that time of my life, I think I was kind of like still insecure of what this whole lifestyle party stuff was and that. So I think I was downplaying it too much. Mm-hmm. And you probably don't remember this conversation, but you was like, hey, man, if this is what you do, this is what you do. Mm-hmm. It don't matter what the check is. It don't matter. He was like, no. He's like, you need to speak with your chest with this, because if this is what you do.
Yeah, you got to be all in.
You got to be all in.
If there's anything you do, you got to commit to it. If you're gonna be in it, do it. You're promoting. Remember you had the artists.
Pascal.
Pascal,
yes. Shouts out to Pascal.
Pushing them out there and getting them together. So, you was a young brother, entrepreneur, trying to do their own thing, making it happen, making waves, but, just staying in it. Like I tell you, anything you do, just go all the way with it, 100%.
You're right. Hey, man, you taught me something else, too, even with the Pascal situation, because it was like, of course, we'll get to Jason later, but one of my best friends is pretty much your godson damn near. So I had, like, this access to, like, D-Man and artists. And even though, you didn't, like, say, hey, I'm about to make y'all $1 billion, we going to do this and that, you still was able to give me some pointers and let me know, like, he may not be there just yet, but y'all may be on the right track. Like, how do you, because I know you get that all day, CDs in hands or links. So how are you able to tell somebody, like, look, man, this, like, don't try to involve me in it, but I can try to help you as much as you can. And since I got the mic, I gave you Twine. Can you pull him up some?
No, you could.
Oh, you just lift up your mic some? Yeah, you're a little far back.
Okay.
Yeah. The best thing about podcasts, we can do all this type of shit right on air.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we good. Let me see.
Yeah, you can hear me?
Yeah, you're a lot louder now. Yeah. But so how do you do that? Like, I know you got 1 million people, because one thing about you, we can touch you. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You're always in places and this and that, and you have a good conversation.
But it's my city, so I make it a habit to never oversaturate myself, but to come to certain things and do certain things
that
are, characteristic of my city, and to be there in those spots like the second line that we do, and groups I'm involved with, and the cultural things that make the city what it is.
Yeah, you was a part of a huge thing they had 3 weeks ago, right?
Yeah. So we always just being around and letting people be able to see, hear, and touch, because I've always been that way. No matter where else I've lived in 4 or 5 different states, but I've always maintained a residence in New Orleans because it's always home. It's base for me. So coming here and then seeing other young cats like yourself, entrepreneurs trying to do their own thing, it's been a blessing. I like dropping jewels and giving them any knowledge that I may have that can help them in any direction they're going in.
Right.
So for me, that's cool. As far as music and stuff, I got away from that, years ago because it wasn't making as much sense.
We're gonna definitely get to that because I got that as a question too.
Yeah,
pretty much
back then it was we turned it on his ear.
So with this question, money is really not. Well, no, money is important in this question, but just how do a group of cats that trying to figure it out, put their bread together, whatever. I mean, have street smarts, book smarts, whatever it could be. But how can a group of people take that and sell over 100 million records?
Well, you realize where you're at because you realize that the things that you're doing and where we come from, like we was in the street.
Right.
So I'm somewhere now where once we started getting out of the street, getting into the music, it was like, okay, I don't have to deal with certain things. Like watching the police come around the corner, ducking motherfuckers, jackers, shootouts, all that shit. So these are all life and death situations. So when you get to a certain situation in life and you want more and you see it's an easier road where you can make the same money or better, then, it's just the maturation of you as you grow.
So is it true, and this question is more for the listeners because, me with Atlantic Records and all that stuff I was doing, I know the answer to it, but is it true that the same gangsters that was in the streets, same ones in those suits, when y'all trying to knock the doors down with the music during those times? But sometimes y'all feel like, what I want to do to you, I can't because this ain't that, but like how many barriers was that for you?
No, it really got a lot easier because, like I said, nothing was life and death anymore. Like I'm used to making those type of decisions.
Yeah.
Whether I'm gonna live or die.
Yeah.
And when you're in that kind of situation that you gotta make those decisions, other shit don't be as grave to you.
Yeah.
So navigating the music and putting records out and getting paid from that was a walk in the park compared to what I was used to. So it actually became more simplistic. And, nobody stopped us from doing anything we wanted to do because nobody could ever stop us from doing anything we wanted to do in the street.
Right.
So how could this man with a pencil, this guy right here, how is he going to stop me from doing anything I want to do?
Yeah, definitely.
This what we have. This is our music. This what we going to do with it.
Right.
We want a distribution deal. That's it. This is the way we going to rock. Now, what is it going to cost us to put that together? That's all we need to know. So it was not, like dealing with that part of it became actually easier.
Where's someone's mind frame or discipline? How do you put out 14 damn albums in 1 year?
Oh, man, it's easy. It's just like, it's like hustling. So if you got one shop or you got 10 shops, the money you're making off of one, if you got 10, you're going to make 10 times as much.
So y'all wasn't complacent with just one good one?
Oh, why would we be? It just make no sense. I mean, we got...
Because everybody else was doing it around you.
Yeah, and we got all these great artists, and we can't put them because everybody got to eat, everybody hungry. So that's why we all got everybody featuring on each other's stuff. And then every month we putting out another album because it's that person's time. Yeah. That person's turn. This person, is next. And we were lucky because in New Orleans, we have a fucking wealth of talent here.
Definitely.
When it comes to rapping, musicians, we the birthplace of music.
Right.
Birthplace of jazz, all of that. From Louis Armstrong to back in the day,
Man, that's a good question. Just off what you said, before the music, when we just doing street, what you saying now, did you acquire that taste of music once you got in the game, or even before you even thought you'd be fuck with music was always a part of you?
Yeah, because I'm from New Orleans.
Yeah.
It's hard to grow up in New Orleans and not music be a part of you.
Yeah.
Me and my family, my friends, I was lucky to have uncles and different people that enjoyed jazz. It's always been,
Nice.
In the band. I went to St. Og,
Oh, that's true.
Music, Hamp.
Yeah.
Like our city is second lines, is brass bands. So being rich in music, that's part of our culture, and that's what makes this city what it is. You can catch world-renowned artist playing in Snug Harbor fucking for $20.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
yeah, definitely.
But this dude playing around the world in
Yeah.
different places that you would be, you know, he playing in front of 100,000 people in Europe, California, Colorado, but here he playing in front of 30 people.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? It's Snug Harbor, we all next to each other in chairs. We done paid $20 to go see him. They got food, so we be rich in that. You know, like you can go in the corner, like the Brassaholics. Like you got the Trumpet Mafia. You got all these, you know, great sources of music here, from rappers to trumpet players, guitar players to, you know, you name it, we got it.
I seen a clip. I went down a rabbit hole last night, and I was because I try not to do questions, but like I said, with you, man, so many accolades, that you kind of gotta really do some research and things like that. And I definitely saw some shit that I never knew. You know what I'm saying? For because I think we have more of a personal relationship than industry music stuff like that. So it was really shocking. But what do you think he meant when I seen the clip where Master P said it's hard to please buyers?
Well, I don't know. I don't know what he meant by it, but you know,
and he was talking to Snoop at that time.
Yeah, but I have a certain threshold for things. You know? And I like things to be a certain way. You know what I mean? Just all around.
Just like an all around situation.
Yeah, just as far as the company and everything that we did, it was always a quality, and I ain't let nobody just put anything out, nor do things that weren't really relevant to what was going on. If it wasn't real, if I couldn't feel it. Because when we made music, it was about what we were doing, what we were going through, and how to get out of it, and how to do something different. We were trying to tell our story through music and the movies, and show how you could elevate yourself to something different no matter what you come from.
Right.
And if it wasn't really on that par, then it was something different. And everything, man, just everything we do, I just like a certain quality of things.
Yeah. So, like I said, in the introduction, I kind of just sped by, like, big buys, no limit, like, because those that know, and those that, don't know will know. But I kind of view you, like I said, Raj. I came in the game off Raj back, with the Dizzy and Courtney Hall, stuff like that. And I was kind of like entwined of, well, that's Raj, man, this and that. Like, how did the artists view buys? Or what was buys like? Was you like the human resource department? Like, when they mad at this person, that person, let me get by. Like, how did they view you? Like, the staff, the artists, like how did they view you?
That's you're gonna have to ask them that.
Yeah.
That's more of a them question.
Okay.
But just like you know me, I'm just direct.
Right.
To the point. All the bullshit out the door. Yeah. It is what it is, and that's all. That's how we rock. Okay. They know me. But you can ask them about me. Whatever they say, that's what it is.
They gonna say,
whatever they say, that's what it is. Whatever any of them say about me, that's what it is.
Is it black and white with you? Meaning, like, if they say something that maybe be negative, like you'd be like, well, that's what it is, or if something positive, like that's what it is.
Nothing in life is negative. Everything is positive. You just gotta understand it. You got to understand it. You got to be able to view it. It's all about your perspective of it. Everything. I did the worst things in the world. I went to jail. At the time I'm going, I'm thinking this is the worst thing happened to me. By the time I get out, it's the best thing happened to me.
We're going to double back on that, because that was one thing last night. Like, man, like I'm talking, you told me how to smoke cigars, all that. We have talked about it. We have never touched that until I seen that last night. I was like, oh, snap. So I was going to use the word vacation, 4-year vacation, because I didn't know if, you know what I'm saying, you even, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like, yeah.
It is what it is. Everything is what it is with me. Like, I met, I met some
well, don't even say it.
Great people.
Don't say it. I'm just going to get straight to the question, because I literally have in my question, you said on your 4 years vacation or whatever, you met some great people that to this day, you feel like you were super successful because of some of those relationships.
Yeah. A lot of older guys that have been around quite some time, man. And they were in I'm 19.
Yeah.
they 57, 60 years old, shit like that. Dude named Robert Stepney out of New York. He used to run Harlem. He was under Nicky Bynes and shit, and super cool cat.
Yeah.
Super hip cat. Another guy from here named Edgar Dillon. That was my mentor. He me and him ran a lot together. In there and when he came home, did a bunch of things for each other, and man, he was a great inspiration in my life.
Yeah.
Douglas Dirt and Fred Scott, man, Bonky, and man, it's so many. Gypsy Black, and everybody came from a different walk of life and had been successful, and I learned more what not to do than what to do in some instances, but it was all very, very, very enriching for me at that age.
What does a 19-year-old, what the fuck go through your mind when that door shut and they saying you gotta stay here for 4 years?
Nothing. Fuck it is what it is. Fuck it. Get to doing push-ups.
Yeah.
Get yourself together.
Yeah.
Because you know what it could be whatever.
Yeah.
So be ready for whatever it is.
Yeah.
Preparation, your mind got to change the way you at. You can't live out here and be in there. You can't, wherever you at, you got to be there.
Right.
Solely and concentrate on your environment and what you're doing and where you want to go.
Right.
And think about those type of things.
Now, I've received these phone calls many times from just music partners I worked with, this and that. It always fell through, so I didn't really get to enjoy that moment all the way through because I didn't get the damn money. But how that conversation go, or how that feeling go when you pick up the phone and be like, my nigga, we good. The priority, whoever, like, nigga.
That was a conversation me and P had more than anything. But we were always, in the street. I was
right.
You know what I mean? Who I am. It's not like, I tell people this all the time. Me and P made No Limit. No Limit didn't do that for us. It was a representation of who we are and what we stood for and what we stand for anyway. And that's the way it came about. Yeah. More of that than this, So.
Are you a firm believer, because you think you and P, I think of Hove, it might stop with y'all three for as in already kind of was comfortable in a financial place to where when, you receive fucking money you can't even count no more. Do you think the universe sets it up like that? Like, I'm not gonna give you all this if you don't really know what to do with it? Or do you think money attracts money? Success, whether it's street success, just attracts other success?
Well, it's times and places for everything, and I believe, as I do with you, if you apply yourself in whatever field, and you, like I told you, when you're 100% in it, and you ain't turning back, because it ain't no back, because you done burnt everything behind you, because you're going this way. See, when you do that type of focus and clarity is going to make your reality be what it is. Yeah. Because you have the power to shape your own reality. Yeah. You have the power to do that. Now, knowing how to access that power is another thing. But you do have the power. It all resides inside you.
Okay. You know what I mean? What did you tell yourself once you know you're out of here? Did you give yourself any rules?
Any rules as far as what?
Once No Limit is what it is, did you give yourself any kind of pep talk on what my future should be now? Don't fucking do this. Don't fucking do that. Whatever. I know I could do anything in the world I want to do now. Did you kind of give yourself a pep talk on that, or was it like a team thing or you and Pete thing?
No, it was more of a Pete kind of pulled me on the side and was like, okay, we here now. We ain't there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we got too much going on, and then once it started making sense, then I understood. But I still have my mentality, because it's been formed by what I've been through. Like, all your experiences of life make you who you are. Right. Not money. Right. Nothing you achieve, that don't make you who you are.
Right.
Your experiences and the things you go through, and the things you deal with, and how you deal with them,
Right.
make you who you are. So your personality is always going to be what it is, which mine has always been. But I know I wouldn't take a chance I don't have to.
Yeah.
Everything I did, I had to do it. And when I did it because that's what it was called for. I couldn't shy away from the moment and make an excuse about it, whether it was hard or not.
Gotcha.
Whether it's a serious consequence or not.
Yeah. So you're able to be like, if Mook say, "Boss, that's fire, don't touch it," you will say, "Okay, you ain't gonna go touch it just because you never seen it before. You have to feel it."
No, not that. It's not I'm living through your experience of it. I have to have my own experience of everything.
Right.
It's not that. But if we're doing something on an equal plane, and you letting me know that, hey, I know you have a propensity for this particular thing right here.
Yeah.
But look what we doing right here and where we going. So,
Okay.
let's try not to take them extra chances just because.
Right.
Because that one wrong turn could send you back here or get you this done and that. But we could be away from all that doing this.
Right.
And, so that's what it's about.
Well, like I said last night, I was just going through the rabbit hole of YouTube, just buys, big buys, and all them stuff like that. And there's one clip I want to talk about because I want to know. I think I know where you're at in this stage, but this is after all the records have been sold. The movies are killing. You had the braids to the back. You was kind of showing some armor. You had the tank sign, and you was talking about protecting what we own. Protecting our brand. And in your speech, you were saying, you put what I just said. You ripped off all the accolades. Now, I'm thinking we like 10 years in at this point or something like that. Like, I'm guessing No Limits, I don't want to use the word on his way out, but just finding other things to be creative on. Was that one of those, you motherfuckers don't know who y'all dealing with? Like, where were you mentally? And if you remember that clip, I'm not sure if you remember this clip.
You have to show it.
Yeah, you had the jersey on, you put the big old gun. You were just like, we did this, we did that. Boom, boom, boom. You niggas come from our, So I was kind of like, was you like just trying to, put a flag in the ground? Like,
nah, it had already been planted.
Yeah.
By that time, I didn't have to make no, statements or anything.
Right.
I think maybe I may have been just.
Did you get aggravated with the game?
No, not at all.
Okay.
I never got aggravated with it anyway because the game paid me.
Real.
You know what I mean?
Real.
So no reason to get aggravated.
Yeah.
I don't get aggravated with much of anything.
Yeah, that's why that clip kind of stood out to me because it was one of those. It was one of those. It wasn't aggravating, but it was one of those speeches. You were like, man, look, y'all don't know who y'all like. We did X, Y, Z, boom, 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 like, and I'm gonna protect this. And you was like, I'm gonna protect this brand. I'm gonna protect, and I'll definitely show you the clip after.
Yeah.
But it was definitely with like a lot of. It had more passion than frustration. That's the right word,
but
passion.
I don't think it was about protecting the brand. It was more about us.
Gotcha.
It was more about this is what it is, and don't play.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
It might have been a message or something like that.
Yeah.
We will come.
Yeah. And that's the energy. Yeah, I was receiving. Okay, all right.
Yeah, it might be at one of them times, one of them fuck them other nigga times.
Gotcha.
Shit like that. You
So
can hear it.
yeah, definitely. And once again, I'm taking our personalship to now the industry. So I'm like, oh, I don't know that bias. Like, like I wonder where he was at mentally with that. That's why I wrote that down.
What it was. We went to California. I had been in prison prior to all the record stuff. I got to that when I got out. So when I go to California, I know these cats out here. Like all these cats in the street that's hustling. Magic, Daoud, Shorty, my man Smooth, like my cats. Yeah. Right? So they called me the daytime guy. So when I went out there, fucking with them was like, it was easy. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't have problems like that. Yeah. Because they already knew what it was. They see how I carried in the penitentiary. They knew they knew what it was, and they knew, that we had a rapport. Right. It's better that we be this way than that way. Right. You know what I mean? And even though, I don't know if Pete convinced you to get in these movies or this. No, you wanted to do it. No, we had to at the time. Oh, you had to? We needed actors. We needed, we did everything we did with our first movie was spontaneous. You know, we did it all. It was all natural. It was all real. Everything.
Yeah.
Crackheads,
Yeah.
the hookers,
Yeah.
the strippers,
Yeah.
the whole nine, the dope spot, the whole nine. We getting it in. Everything is flowing through there. So that's what that was. And then there was a part, you know, close to me in PR. His brother had got killed.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I was there. I knew the story and all that. So that put me right in that situation to play him. That's what I was more playing, like his brother that passed.
Man, you killing me with jumping into my damn questions. I was about to ask you, what was your best role out of all the movies you played in? What was your best role you feel like you played and you wanted to play and you felt good about playing?
Yeah, that was that
one playing.
Yeah, I'm about it.
Yeah,
I'm about it. We did it. That was pretty.
That was the one.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe prison. Maybe this helped you with. I guess the next question I'm asking, I was gonna say. P always had you next to him. Like it's like he wanted the world to know. Like this, my man. This boom boom boom. The rappers always show love. This and that. And like I said last night, I was looking at a lot of clips. You never really mind getting in the back, letting the artists do their thing. This and that. I look at that as like that's a perfect definition of play your role. How do you feel about playing your role? Do you feel like
I don't know what role it is, but you know, would you rather be a king or a kingmaker? Which one?
King.
If you had to choose, you rather be the king or a kingmaker?
See, my crazy answer, the honest answer would probably be a kingmaker, because I felt like I've done that, but I don't know if that's the right answer.
It's not a right or wrong answer. It's just your preference. Everything is about you, your preference.
Break those two down for me.
Well, a king is a person that you know is out there and out front. He's the figurehead. Everybody looks up to him and all of that.
Yeah.
But what it took to get him there.
Gotcha.
The things that it takes to get him, the shit that holds him up there,
Yeah.
that keeps him strong and supports him and all them kind of things. And that's what's important. So for me, that's my role. That's where I'm at. I'm on that type of time because I don't want the limelight. I want to be able to walk down the street, go in the grocery store. I walk everywhere I want to go. In my neighborhood, I go to the hood in New Orleans. They know me.
Right.
I don't have no problem with I don't need security and all that shit.
Definitely.
You know, because I am that.
You are that.
Yeah,
definitely.
And I can still have whatever I want to have and do what I want to do, but I can still be with my people and still walk amongst it all.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard when you get to a certain level of notoriety and shit like
you
that.
Can't
people
go to
mob
Walmart.
you. You come, this, that, and the third. So, you know.
Give me one moment of the career base, one moment that you wish you could repeat over and over and over and over.
I could repeat.
Yeah. One moment. It's a 2-point question. One moment that you wish, like, on a positive, like, well, everything is positive, like you said, but one, like, that was a fucking time. Like, man.
Man, I still have times now. It's nothing that I can repeat. I mean, everything that happened at the time was supposed to.
Yeah.
And it is what it is. It was what it was, and it's still there. It's beautiful. I reflect upon it.
Yeah.
Things that I've done and people that I've been in touch with and touched their lives, they touched mine. That's what it's about for me. That's where it was. It was, and it's more about the road traveled than the destination for me.
Gotcha.
So the things that I went through and everything that I traveled through to get where I was going was the beauty of it all, and as it is today, still now, you know, as I travel.
Oh, it's probably gonna be the same. The answer probably gonna be the same for this question. I'm gonna say, what was it something that you'd be like, if I could have changed that moment when we was doing this, what would it be?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I really don't know what I could have changed.
Yeah.
It's not
I got you.
Really,
right.
I don't, because I'm not a person that have regrets, right?
Right.
I don't think in those terms.
Mm-hmm.
The terms that you're speaking in, I don't.
That's real. Yeah, I catch it.
It's hard for me to conceptualize that because it's not the way I see things.
Got it. We all be having our favorites and clicks, this and that. Your favorite artist? I think I know the answer, but when the tank was rolling.
It was Mac.
Of course, yeah.
That was my guy.
Yeah.
He was but Mia too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it was between those two. I think I was closest to Mia, and then I got to know McKinley and bring him in and do some things. Fiend and all of them was cool, but anytime it would be something about rapping, I would always go get Mac to like, nah, Mac, you know,
yeah. Nah, that's dope.
And Mystical and all of them, you know, we had a crew.
Yeah, of
Snoop,
course.
everybody. You know, it's my dude too. But you know, our young cats coming up, that was Mac was like my favorite young cat. I like this storytelling thing.
Yeah.
'Cause me and Nas was cool too, so he always wanted to. He had the kind of style like that.
Yeah,
where he could tell his stories and shit.
Yeah, rest in peace, DJ Wop. Season 1, I interviewed Wop and the Mac with the Nas, and because him and Mac ran tight.
Yeah, that's who you wanted to feature with when we first got.
Yeah, that's what he told me.
We would ask every artist, you know, who you want to do something with.
Yeah,
he's like Mac, like man, I got to do something with Nas.
Nah, that's dope.
And him, P, and Nas did a song together.
Nah, that's super dope.
Mm-hmm.
I 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I had picked 5 artists. I had a million of them, but I picked 5. If you had to explain to someone that was sitting next to us right now about this artist, or just give a description of this artist, nothing to do with music. If they was on their way over here right now, you wanted to tell me something like, yo, such and such, yo, this how this kind of person is, boom. What would it be? The first artist, Fiend.
Fiend, solid cat, young, really liked to learn, and was he would stay up under me and be around and watch your moves, and he'd be like, yeah, man, I like that. I like to, so I would say he's his thirst for knowledge and wanting to learn and shit like that.
Okay. Silk the Shocker.
Silk is a renegade. Just
we would have never thought that from the other side of the screen.
Shit, y'all don't know.
We would have never thought
Silk
that.
used to be on one all the time.
He give me the Jay-Z fabulous laid back chill.
Yeah, he get that, but he'll get it cracking in a minute.
Oh,
and then he was, Silk was like a long Silk could be off somewhere in Morocco or some shit.
Oh, that's
before
hard.
You know it, man.
Yeah.
Silk, he was always like that. He kind of went off and did his own thing. He was a nomad. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. Of course, everybody's favorite, Mystical.
Mystical. This was just extremely talented cat. Funny as hell, man. Mystical was, man, keep me laughing.
Right.
Man, used to keep me laughing, man. Just the way he saw shit and the way he rapped. And if you listen to his music, if you really listen to what he's saying, man, you laughing. Yeah, Mystical's crazy. Man, it was funny as hell. But solid cat,
How do y'all feel? I'm getting fucking sidetracked just off that, because as you were talking, I was thinking about it, because I always tell people, because they don't be knowing, like, I really do feel like Mystical broke Pharrell. Like, broke Pharrell into the industry, him and Noreaga, 2 records. I felt like,
we
do you and P hold y'all head up high on that, or that's some shit y'all ain't even care too much about?
Well, no, like I say, this is just the journey, man. You meet all these cats. Like Pharrell, I met Pharrell sleeping in the studio on the floor. Make music, started to get into the music thing. He had the clips and shit. We did a video with him, start putting them on. Getting him to do shit for us. We got him to start making music for us and stuff. We saw how talented it was. The dude, and he was dedicated, man. This dude was sleeping under the fucking music thing, take a nap in between sessions and shit. He was putting it down. And he was making some good music, man.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that.
And the clips and shit, man, it was hot. He did a big video with them too, with Silk. Him and Silk did a song together.
Okay, but everybody know listening that follow me know I'm a huge Clips fan. But Pusha T is one of my favorite artists. That's real good to know.
My guys.
Yeah, that's good to know.
Guys.
Go a little deeper with this person, P.
Mm-hmm.
What would be your description of P outside of music?
Just always a leader. Just a leader. Mine always thinking about what's next, and a thinker, about the bigger picture. Where we trying to go, what's next. Always looking over the horizon for the next thing to do. Right. And a super, super hard worker. I'm talking about dedicated to his craft. When I say 100%, he 1,000%. When he get into something, he ain't 100% into it. He 1,000% into it. Bro. And just things that we've experienced together and been through. I see him different than other people do.
Right, right. And of course, last but not least, Mia. I mean, the only woman to be around all that.
I'm a bad good rapping motherfucker.
Yeah.
And cook her ass off.
Yeah.
She don't play no games in that kitchen.
Bro. I wouldn't never thought that.
They call her Betty Rocker, not Betty Crocker, nigga. Betty Rocker. She ain't play no games. She used to have them niggas standing on their ears in there.
You serious?
Oh my God, you hear on that shit? Just play some of that No Limit Soldier songs and all that. Her and Mystical did a song, man. They went back and forth. Shit, I'm talking about Cut Up.
Yeah.
Cut Up. Mia could hold on with anybody.
Yeah.
Male, female, I don't give a fuck what it is.
Right.
They're gonna bring it, and she brings that shit too.
Bro.
There's few people I know that could ride a track like her. Like Mystical would do it. Mac Mo into the track. But if I hear music different, you know, being around it a long time and dealing, making it, producing, all of that, and her, Mr. They got a way of getting on top of a track and ride that motherfucker. Oh man, yeah. They got a few artists that do that. PMC was one of them too. They could ride a track, like really ride a fucking track. Like get on the back of that motherfucker. And say giddy up.
Yeah. I was gonna go into our mental health little talk, and I was gonna end on a good note with UGK, but fuck, so you brought his name up. And too many people can say they had a moment with Pimp, man. Pimp C.
Pimp Bun, good dude.
Yeah, like tell me about those just when y'all took them rides and stuff. How those studio sessions went.
We met him. We made Break 'Em Off something.
Yeah, explain that. I've seen you talk about that before. Explain how did that record.
Shit, we called down Pimp, and Bun was in Port Arthur, so me and Pete jumped in the whip, took off.
Yeah.
Went down to Port Arthur, got there, and they had started making the track. Pimp had started working on the track in there.
Yeah.
So when we get there,
and he was actually producing.
Yeah, Pimp. He's produced. Yeah.
Wow.
Him and Bun, they was in there making the track. We get there, and they got the track, and they start playing it.
Yeah.
We got the Melisses, the ADATs and shit like that. So we listened to the track a little. Shit. Next thing I know, nigga Pete and grabbed a mattress, put it in the bathroom, in the tub.
Yeah, they made a boot.
Put a fucking mic in that bitch.
Made a boot.
And what you hear on Breaking Off something was made in their house, in Pimp and Bun house down there in Port Arthur, in the bathroom.
That's crazy.
That's where they did the vocals at. And did the tracks. We ran the lines all the way from from the bedroom to the bathroom.
Got it popping.
Got it popping, man. Super talented cats.
Your favorite studio session ever, you remember?
Oh, man, so many of them.
Yeah, I mean, 100 million records, so I can imagine.
Yeah, so many of them.
But they ain't had that woman, you was like...
All of them.
Man.
Yeah. All of them, man. I'm talking about all of them. The last Don album, though, we did a lot of stuff in the studio with that. Worked with a lot of different artists. But, we did a lot of compilation albums, so we always work with a lot of different artists, in L.A., from L.A.
Right.
Spanish artists, man.
Right.
We didn't... First West Coast Bad Boys, we had so many people on there, I had to keep track of who all these motherfuckers was.
When you say, like, international, how did they, like, when they was able to put their hands on y'all when y'all went over there, how did the international accept y'all?
Man, they loved us, man.
Yeah. It was like a Wu-Tang type thing?
They follow us over here. They know what's going on. Whatever's selling here is double, triple hot over there.
Right,
just like they did back in the day with Miles Davis and them, except jazz music and stuff. When they was coming out, then they go overseas and they treat them like kings.
Right.
But they were back here dealing with Jim Crowism and segregation and all of that shit. That's why a lot of the artists would go over to Europe and stay there. Thelonious Monk and all that.
Nice.
They appreciate music more.
Yeah, you kind of touched on it before. But I guess I just asked a direct question. 1 million people. You have the resources and everything. Why didn't you? Because it seemed like every label partners and things like that, they kind of branch off and do it. Why haven't you started a Buys Records or why haven't what made you not just like?
What would I do that for?
Yeah.
Like, why would I do that?
It's kind of like the NBA when the cats retire.
Tell you this.
And they can't get it out their system, even no matter how many championships they got, how many MVP, they just can't get it out their system.
It's like being in a relationship with a woman, and you get a certain type of feeling or something you get from her, and you can't get it nowhere else.
Mm. But why didn't you try to chase that feeling?
Why would I chase anything? Who chases shit?
Yeah.
Why you do what you chasing for?
Yeah.
You got everything you need right inside you.
Yeah.
You don't have to chase nothing ever. Don't you never forget that. You don't never chase nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
At all.
Totally.
You create it. You don't chase it.
Stand on that. We both lost someone real dear to us. Real dear to us.
Yeah, Jason.
Yeah, like legendary Jay Smith. Real fucking dear to us. Where were you when you got that phone call?
I think I was flying back in from Miami.
Yeah.
And his dad, Wayne, called me.
Yeah.
He was telling me. And I came in and there's a lot of traffic and stuff downtown and shit. And I heard about something somebody was telling me. I don't watch the news.
Yeah.
Shit's
Yeah.
garbage. So somebody called and told me something. And
was it K? Because K the one called me because I was able to get him on the phone. I was able to get Jay on the phone.
I think it was Wayne.
Okay.
And I had talked to I had just talked to Jay like a week or so ago when I took him out to eat, sat down, talked to him about his issues. Started pointing him in certain directions, telling him what I think would be helpful, offering my assistance in certain things. Yeah. And but he, and
it was the reason I brought Jay up in this because of the Jay we know and the man you are and where you the quality of the man you are in life and everything. It's kind of to let the viewers know and the listeners know like Jay was standing next to these type of men. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how powerful Jay was. Like his man's, you know what I'm saying, is fucking big boss. You know what I'm saying?
But Jay was mental.
Yeah.
See, mental health is serious.
Yeah.
You can't never, you can't ever gauge it because you don't know how deep it is for a person. You can sit there and talk to them and try to do things with them, but if something is not right mentally, if their thinking is skewed in some way, and they see a reality for them that's bleak, and it sends them into a depression and makes them feel a certain way. You never know how that's going to manifest. So, just
what do you do when it's raining out, it's cloudy, you feeling all fucked up or whatever? Like,
well, yeah.
I mean,
I think rain and clouds are needed to make shit grow. So what if it never rained?
Yeah, no, definitely.
See, in this situation, I've learned to adapt to it all. You got to be adaptive to whatever it is, and what it is, and there's a place and time for all of it, and sometimes it's places and times for you to be introspective. You have to look inside of you. I told you everything you need is inside of you.
Right.
You can't look outside for anything. Once you learn how to do that and be accountable for all things and actions that you take and do, when you can do that, then you become more powerful.
Right.
You influence things. They don't influence you. The rain doesn't influence me. The sun doesn't influence me. I get things from them.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I get warmth.
Right.
I get photons. I get energy from the sun. I get cooled off by the rain, and it enriches the soil. Everything is a blessing, man. It's all beautiful.
Right.
It's just your perspective on it all. So there's no bad days. There's no that does not exist in my reality.
Was that reality picked up on those 4 years, or that's from day one?
Kind of been like that.
Yeah.
It's just how you grow up.
Yeah.
Like I told you, I grew up with dire situations. I'm 6th grade. I'm hustling.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Older cats grab you.
Yeah.
Put this in your hand, send you out there. You
Yeah.
know, shit like that. You know what I mean? So I'm 12, 13 years old.
Right.
I'm getting it in. So
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you don't get a chance to fake or play too much. Everything is this situation has to be this way and that way, and you got to really pay attention to this because the harsh realities of life are coming at you.
Mm-hmm.
So now you got to deal with them sternly,
Mm.
and then that develops something inside of you.
Yeah, definitely. Does that develop any trauma?
I don't know.
You don't really.
I don't think I'm.
Do you feel like black men
think I
have trauma?
PTSD or no shit like
all
that.
right.
No,
all right.
no, not me.
Yeah.
Because everything is love. Everything is light. Everything is beauty. It depends on.
And I'm gonna give you some flowers on that because like if someone was sitting there and say that shit, I'd be like, man. But having front row seats to your life and dealing with you and see, like you really all positive at all times.
The time that you've known me, whenever you see me,
exactly
out of sorts.
Yeah, never.
Like I don't,
never.
If something has to be dealt with, I deal with it.
Yeah.
But I don't have to get loud about it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, no, you not, you are dead ass.
Before I argue with you, I do something to you first.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because now I'm gonna let you see what it is, and then you gonna figure out the rest. And I ain't gonna have to tell you nothing. My actions will let you know what it is.
Mm. So this next question, like I said, this is the question that, in our conversation now, like you were telling, if you go back and look at episode 1, you'll see kind of where I'm trying to go with this podcast and everything. Mm-hmm. And we're already on this kind of topic for the next question. This is a question I'm going to keep for every episode to ask. It's a 2-point question. What is that something that you picked up from your parents or your guardian or whoever raised you in the household as a young man that to this day you still use, that got you over the top, that made you successful in any kind of way, that just a great quality trait you picked up from that house?
It's been different. Everything starts at home. So,
right.
My father died when I was young, raised by my mother, a lot of sisters. So I understood what love was. I understood how to love. I understood how to get it, how to give it. It gave me a strong base right there. Right. So that in itself, I think, went into other things, And love ain't always what people believe it to be. They got different forms of it. It can be stern at times.
Yeah, I'm saying what love is to you.
It could be downright deadly at times.
Yeah.
But it's what's needed. Love is giving the people around you whatever is needed at that time. Not as far as what they want, but as far as what is needed for them to look at themselves and understand that they're responsible for all things that are connected to them in their life.
I guess that's another the term of the tough love.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now the flip side of that question is, what's something that you picked up at that time from the guardians that to this day somewhat hinders you, or you struggle with, or you can't get over the hump because that shit was just something stirring in you that you just picked up, you can't get it out, or maybe at this stage in your life you got rid of it, but you remember that time where you couldn't get rid of this snitch that you had, this stench that you had on you, that you just picked up from that damn house, or watching, mom, dad, uncle, like something that you just picked up that you struggled with. And I gotta tell you, mine was love. Like I said, learning how to love due to just, single mom, before she passed away, before Pops passed away, like watching him, I guess, not do the things he was supposed to do. Like, so that shit kind of messed me up for quite some time before I was able to try to unlearn that.
Yeah, I didn't deal with it.
Yeah.
I didn't really have those type of things. I don't know. I've been taking care of shit a long time.
Yeah.
I've been handling my own business since I was a kid. I've been, having things and doing shit because of just the way they put me out there in the street. You know what I mean? So that it was different. I think.
Was you a key latch kid?
I think I got lucky too a lot of times because of people that were next to me not here now. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
I don't know whether it was
Divine invention or something.
I don't know, man. I can't tell you, but I know that, you know, doors open, avenues went on, and I missed shit that others didn't. Could have been the way I was rocking, or what I saw behind that, or how I see things, or, you know.
Right.
I don't know, but, you know, I really don't have any regrets about things, and nothing has really happened to me. I've not been traumatized in any way that hindered me in any way. You know, everything's just with it. Now, bad things have happened.
Of course.
But I dealt with them for how they were at that time.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I'm not a person that if something happened, I got to deal with it at the time.
Right.
At the moment. No matter, and I've always been that way.
Right.
So I've never had nothing hanging on me. I carried nothing around.
Right. Right.
Because I dealt with it.
I like that.
At the moment. So I never had to carry it because I got it out. Whatever it was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Wrapping up soon, but with this one is looking now, 2024, when you look back just to reminisce even on the good things or bad things, how do you feel about all of the artists that you all made super successful in things? And you know, like you know, I just seen Mary and Mac at a ball last week, looking young and beautiful and all that. Like, how do you feel just looking back at like a good 5-6 other artists that like?
Man, you know, the whole company in itself and the artists and everything that we did, man, was beautiful. And the artists now that I see, as they grown, they're now their grandmothers and grandfathers and you know, kids and all kind of shit.
Yeah.
It's just a beautiful maturation because everyone's, you know, doing fine. They dealing with the things that they got to deal with. You know, Mia was dealing with cancer.
Yeah.
You know, Mac got thrown away for 20 years behind nothing. You know, but they still here. They still standing, and they still got loved ones, and we still see each other, and you know, talk about our times together.
Here go a transparent moment for me, and I don't even know if the story is even true, but I just kept it with me just because if it's true, then I've learned from it. You know, like you still the umbrella I come from with the Raj and Wops and all them. Mac, was he supposed to be in Atlanta that night?
No, he was. I don't think he was supposed to be in Atlanta.
The story I got, I think y'all was trying to get him to go to Atlanta, but he wanted to go pick up some money in St. Tammany at a quick little.
I wasn't trying to get him to go to that. No, he was. You know, they were all trying to do different things on their own.
Yeah. To
like, you know, generate funds and you know have a clique.
And
all of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But what I would always tell them is I don't think y'all should do any of those things, and I know you're trying to get your hustle on, but you don't understand the protection that you have when you're with me.
Yeah.
When you with me, you with P, when you with us, we gonna protect you in a different way that you can't do for yourself.
Right.
Because you can't see all them angles because you don't come from that.
Yeah.
You ain't really.
Yeah.
You know. You will use what you do.
You do what you.
You rap.
You're good at what
you
you
good.
do.
You good at it. You good at what you do. You got a good lane. That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
You don't have to go through all that, but you need to benefit from some of the harsh things I had to deal with. P had to deal with. We could protect you in different ways.
Right.
That's why we never got into those type of situations, and that shit never happened with us. All the concerts we did, touring and all of that, because. You know, I could look through muddy water, spot dry land.
Right.
Doing that since a kid. You know, and they will go out and they're not really protected in the right ways.
Not really understanding the environment where they at.
Yeah, because anything can happen at any time, and you have to be.
Got to be on point.
And you got to be able to control. See, you have to be a strong leader, because just think about this. Now, we got 30 people with us.
Mm-hmm.
But ain't a motherfucker gonna do nothing.
Yeah.
Till I do something.
Yeah.
They gonna follow the lead.
Yeah.
Because if they don't, they're not gonna be with me, and you're not gonna be around me.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm not gonna let you jeopardize me or nobody else around here.
Yeah.
with some stupid shit that you on because you feel like this
Yeah.
because you didn't got emotional about all that. We don't do that.
Yeah.
I don't do emotions and all that.
I heard you say on the clip, feds just harassing y'all, cops harassing y'all worldwide.
It's following us everywhere.
They couldn't understand how big fucking rap music is?
No, they understood it, but they always try to catch you with your hand in the cookie jar or think that you're doing something because you're talking about all this, and then they're hearing about you and the stories is real because you of that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They looking at my record, seeing all the shit we done, all the street motherfuckers talking about us and me doing this and that and the third, and so they catching shit in the wind. And
right.
So now they investigating. They doing their job. That's all I can say. They were doing their job and we were doing ours.
Oh, bro. I seen a Leon Cohen interview on Drink Champs, and he said he was just comparing. I think he was talking about Cash Money at first, and he was talking about another group. And when he got to No Limit, I don't know if you saw that clip. He was like, "Only thing I can tell y'all is that what I never saw in life until I saw fucking No Limit." He said, "I seen backstage 100 motherfuckers all had platinum Rolexes on." He was like, every last one of the motherfuckers had, what he said, a gold chain and a Rolex. I'm not sure you saw that episode. Yeah, he was like, one thing about it, he said, I seen 100 motherfuckers and they all had Rolexes on.
Man, you get a house and a car when your album get finished.
Yeah.
It don't even sell yet.
Right.
Your album ain't out yet, you got a house and a car. Off the dump. Straight up.
I don't think we talk about Snoop enough. I don't think the world talk about, because Snoop was already him.
Mm-hmm.
Before he got there.
That's right.
So what made him humble himself enough like that to be like, because he seems very, very genuine. It seemed like he really followed lead, like followed suit.
Snoop is a realist. He understood the situation and he knew where he was. He knew what he was into.
Yeah.
And it was a bad situation. And he knew that he saw the strength in us and where we at and where we were going. You know, and we opened up just like if I take you in, I take you in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I took my chain off my neck and put it on Snoop.
Yeah.
I told him, here, you home now. You ain't got to worry about all that no more.
That's crazy.
You know,
in a dope way.
Where your family at? What's going on? How your kids doing, man? What's up with your wife? Where y'all live? We took an interest in those type of things because that's what we do. Because that's how we are.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we gonna rock with you. Gonna rock with you now. You got to leave all this here. Come on.
Right.
Because I can't really protect you from here. I got to bring you where I move. You got to move with me.
Yeah.
In order, like I tell you about the artists, and that's why stuff happen to people when they go outside and do all these different things. But when they rock with us, it's gonna be protected because that's what we do.
Gotcha.
If I go somewhere with you, you coming back.
Yeah. Yeah. The whole goal is come on.
If you don't come back, I can't come back.
Yeah.
That's how I felt, and all them 100 people that he talked about was shit impressed him more that none of them was out of line. All of them was following.
That's real. Yeah.
The lead.
Yeah. Yeah. He said y'all move like a real
people. I done seen dudes run with 20, 30, but they can't control. They can't keep them in line, and they don't know. They don't know the head from the tail of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then somebody jump off and do something stupid, and then there you go, all of them. And whoever the biggest name gonna get caught up in it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Even like C, it's a shame that he in jail for something he didn't do.
Yeah.
But it's the characters that were around him that put him in that position.
What do you and P sit on the sofa and talk about when shit like that happens? Because I'm sure, like, outside of meetings, y'all two got to sit there and be like, everybody's outside and on top of a call, something just talking like, how that, like, the Mac, the scene, which I'm gonna stay away from all that, but like just for as a mental help on brothers, like that conversation, how does a conversation like that go?
This is what it is, man. People make decisions, and then you got to deal with the consequences of them. It's the same for me as in everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody's accountable for their own actions.
Do you be holding some of that burden on you, even though we know it's nothing to do with you, but just as the man you are, the leader you are?
No, it's not. It's not a burden. I feel a loss.
Yeah.
Like of a person that was in my life that I don't have anymore. It's like somebody, not around.
Yeah.
Or dead, or,
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
But that's basically what it is. I mean, it's senseless and it happened. So,
Right.
you just got to deal with it as it plays out after that.
Yeah.
I mean, the same. I done been in the same situation.
That's true. That's true.
I ain't no better than nobody else.
Right.
But it's just the decisions that you make from now on out to put you in where you need to be.
Before we started, we were small talking. Let's say Courtney and I, when we, like this is our vibe, like at the crib, like said, do our toast and smoke a little bud and stuff and just play all our little. We don't really play rap music in the crib too much. I did that shit for you because when you walked in, I wanted you to hear that. But like we play all the. So Frank is one of our biggest artists, man. So when we look at each other and laugh all day, when Frank Ocean says, back when Percy and Boz was in the Legend.
Mm-hmm.
How does it make you feel like because I'm sure you know the magnitude of Frank Ocean is now.
Yeah, but when they first started telling me about it, his mom, and I'm like, Chris? She's like, yeah, but he got a name. They call him Frank Ocean. I'm like, Chris?
Yeah.
I said, Chris doing music?
Yeah. Because
when I know him, he was at St. O. He was running track and
right.
An athlete.
Right.
Handsome young cat. You know what I mean? Like, I'm thinking he gonna go run track at USC or some shit. I don't know he was going to California by his father. His mom had been in New Orleans, but she from California.
Okay, bet.
Me and her were real close, So that's how I know him, and that's how he knew of me and all of that. And I used to be by the house all the time.
That's crazy.
And I'm like, look, Chris, he's like, no, nigga, Frank Ocean. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Frank. But when I heard his mom sent me his album when it first came. The first one they made, she sent it to me. I was like, wow.
Shit, I think he got you on the intro, too. I think that's the intro record of the first album.
Wow, this little cat talented.
Yeah.
Like, wow, I didn't even know he was doing music, right? It fucked me up. Like, damn.
Yeah, Jay-Z can't do an album without calling Frank.
But at the time when he was at St. Aug, he never talked about that.
Yeah.
He never talked about music. He never said none of that. He looked like it looked like a switch just turned on.
Yeah.
And he was putting it in. Like,
did you see any artists turn around like that was on the tank? Like, yeah, we could deal with him, put him in, develop whatever. But you just start seeing, and you're like, yo, P, he is starting to. Was there any artist on the team that really, like, I guess for the lack of a better word, just surprised you?
Well,
like, man, I didn't think, like, we knew he had some. He might have kept us, but damn, he just didn't.
No, I can't say the really surprised. Everybody came. I saw the raw talent of them initially.
Yeah.
Like where they were.
Yeah.
And what they could do. Yeah. Like when they came, because I had the intimate time with them to sit down in the studio.
I was about to ask you that. Yeah.
And put them on a track and and do things with them and and get into it.
Was you a studio guy? Or you was more, man, I'm going to go run these errands. I'm going to go run take the business part.
Me and Pete put together every album we put out.
Bro.
We'll go in the studio and arrange all the tracks, all the songs that's completed, the ones he on, the other ones that's done.
Yeah.
When they finish them, mix them, they'll send them to us, and then we'll sit down, compile the album, do a track list, see how we're going to do it, put it in there. I was always into the music.
You was okay.
I know more fucking hour shit than anybody.
Bro.
They always throwing the mic at my hand or something because I just loved the music.
Right.
I always been into it.
Fast forward to the reunion tours and all that. Watching the people in the crowd. How did that feel?
Oh, it was fun.
Yeah.
It was fun for me just being out there, hanging out with all of these people that's been in my life for all of these years.
Yeah.
Just the historical part of it. You know what I mean?
Right.
How we've been 15, 20 years deep.
Yeah. Longevity.
Running.
That's real.
And still able to do that, entertain people, and people come out and appreciate what we had to offer. Nice.
I'm gonna end it with this. We named Snoop Dogg. We named fucking Frank Ocean. We sitting here alone. You got, I don't want to count your pockets, but you covered in Pharrell's Louis Vuitton now.
Well,
how does it feel knowing you impact like just those three names? Like you touch that, like you know that you, like that's a serious fucking resume, boss.
I don't know. They just my partners. Shit, I don't know.
Like you don't never sit back at the crib and just have a glass and just be like, man, I did that shit.
No, man, we had a sports agency, man.
Yeah.
Derek Anderson and Sam Cassell, still my main man.
Oh, wow.
Shaq, shoot dice together.
Yeah.
Man, it's so many people, but I'm not, they just like dudes I know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, same like my partners who I told you about earlier out of LA that was in the pen with me.
Yeah.
These my dudes, they just dudes I know.
Yeah.
And I look at it like that. I don't see people like stars or nothing. I just look at them because we all the same.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, man, what's happening? Last time I saw Pharrell, South Beach on Ocean.
Yeah.
And he was eating at a spot. I came, dapped up, sat down, talked and shit, kicked it, whatever. He was just going to the house with some girls. I had a condo on the beach. He had one. He had a house down the street. And,
Yeah. It is what it is.
Yeah, pushing them, all them, man. Clifton Powell, like a lot of dudes have done music, movies, all that. Nicolas Cage, all that. Like these people, they people.
Yeah,
they people. We just kick it. When I see them, I'm like, man, what's up? And they like, hey, it's just like that.
Right.
So.
Man, we could be here for another 3 hours, T, if we want. Like I said, the whole goal is to sit with and have a conversation with people like you, man. That hopefully somebody, I definitely think if people go back and they're gonna click the for real speeches and this and that, but I hope they take note of no regrets. There's no such thing as negative. And try to add that to their life, man. Like that's, like I said, I know you personally, and I can tell the world like you really, really like live those words. And yeah, man, I'm just glad to be a part of your universe, brother. Like I really appreciate you pulling up.
Man. Yes, sir.
Yeah, you had me nervous. I'm like, oh, it's 3:00. Oh man,
I was doing some banking.
Yeah.
I was doing some banking, man. I have to give instructions and shit.
Yeah, and I apologize.
No problem. Man.
Yeah, I wanted to grab our bakery. I wanted to grab us some Danish from our favorite spot. I ain't gonna say the name, that's our spot there.
Yeah, man. But I just wanted to come bless you. I don't really do this much.
Yeah, not at all.
Yeah,
not at all.
Every now and then. But I know you young man trying to do your thing, so if I can bless you with something, I'll do that, no problem. Yeah,
man. You missed the damn birthday party. I know you was out of town, but I mean, you gotta pull up on me.
For sure.
We talk about the crib, like we trying to make it to where we ain't gotta go nowhere.
Yeah.
We bring back them New Year's Eve parties.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. I love them with Wayne, man.
Yeah,
Wayne,
man.
We used to have a ball out there.
Yeah, you told me how to smoke. Me and Joe was in the backyard with you. You was cutting them cigars up for us. Yeah, that was love.
Yeah, man.
I love you, man. I appreciate you,
yes,
man.
Sir.
Appreciate you. Yes, sir. The Major Conversation Podcast, Vintage Mook, Season 2, Episode 3, Big Boss. Peace.
Yes, sir.
Is it feeling too far? I ain't got no ceiling. In the morning, I open up my eyes, see no sun rays. The darkness grows inside, pulses thumping.